forget about social media. Producer Mazzani. We got Ryan on the big show. We got Kenny on sound effects. We got Andy. We got Zyda. We got Nick. We got everybody again in the house. Look at this guy. He's back again. El Padawan in the house. So excited for you guys to join us or watch. If you don't mind, take a second and share the show so all your peeps can watch it too. When you do, we see that you share. And sharers are carers. Like my mama always said. Post your questions, comments below. We can't wait to see you and your questions on this live episode of the Ask Big Band Show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Ask Big Band Show. So happy to be doing this tonight with you guys. Hopefully you are as excited as we are. I'm so stoked. If you guys don't know, all day long I've been walking around my office going, "Oh snap, it's time for another live Ask Big Band Show."
No, it wasn't annoying at all.
Ask all the people that work with us. It's hilarious. I enjoy it and look forward. Tuesday afternoons, I start getting psyched about this show. Looking forward to seeing you guys and your questions and comments. We got to have them. You are the lifeblood of all that we discuss on this show, solving all the world's problems and questions, answering all the world's questions. But you have to present those questions to us by posting them in the comments below. So thanks for joining us. With us, as always, is social media producer Mazzani Speaks. What do you say, Mazzani Speaks? How you doing today?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing good. Oh, my gosh. Look at your tongue. That is a byproduct of not going to dinner with the crew, but staying and eating some kind of a blue snow cone.
Yeah, sure.
What did you have for dinner, by the way? Anything?
Mm-mm.
So will we be hearing rumblings and grumblings from your tummy?
Nope.
Okay, so you're all right. Not too bad. Not too angry. You're not hangry, are you?
No.
Daddy, chill.
just regular mad.
Just regular mad, like normal mad. Just regular Mazzani mad. Okay. In the back, in the producer's lounge, look who we got. Who we got back there tonight, Ryan? Who we got? There's producer Ryan. There's Kendall.
Hi.
There's Kenny Payne in the back. What's up, Kenny Payne?
Stop forcing me to talk.
And back on kicking cameras is Zyda. She's way in the back in the bowels of the office, in the studio, way back there. You can't even see her or hear her, but she can hear and see us. And everything you see, there you go, Zyda. Let's go. Everything you guys see and hear, Zyda is controlling it. And if you love it, let her know. Put it in the comments below. Hey, great job, Zyda. Spelled Zayda. Or if it sucks, be like, "Hey, Zyda, fix it." So, anyways, let us know. As you can tell, I don't know if you know this or not, but when we're live streaming, we in the studio can't hear or see what you guys see. So let us know in the comments if things get messed up. Maybe we got to fix an audio. Maybe we got to fix a video or a camera. So just communicate with us and help us out here. We're amateurs. We're amateurs at this. Now, with me. I don't know if we can call you a guest anymore. It's past that point.
No, you guys are still in the honeymoon stage.
This guy, Andrew, the reality is, Andrew, I have so much fun when you're up here in this seat that I just kind of have quit inviting other guests to be on the show because I'm like, who am I going to call this week?
Gay?
Inappropriate.
I'm like, who am I going to call this week? And I'm like, you know what? If I don't call anybody, then Andrew has to sit up here.
Andrew will always answer my call.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
And you're a joy to be around, and your comments are always well received, and your voice is it's just a blessing to have you on the show.
No doubt. I appreciate that.
That's a little slather knife for Kenny.
You guys' kisses are getting a little too wet.
Anything else? I mean, you can keep going.
I think you look good tonight too. As well, I didn't mention that before. But
Hey,
I like
you guys
that
should get a show and comb each other's beards.
You should get a close-up on this hat because it is pretty dope.
It is.
Does
cool.
it say Van in there somewhere?
Yeah, it's a cool hat.
It's in the snake, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I
cool.
see.
All right, everybody watching at home, we got a great show for you guys. We're excited about you, and I'm not sure what's that mean there? Padawan. What does that mean?
That's what he wanted.
That's what you wanted.
I wanted. Oh, what do you mean? It's a
Padawan.
A Padawan.
Like
yeah.
a learner.
I will one day be a
Jedi Master. I see. That
Right.
makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Still kicking ass along the way, though.
Yeah.
Learning and whatnot.
Yeah, that's right. You're doing a good job, by the way.
I tell you what, I appreciate that.
You're impressing me. That's for sure.
Literally say nothing to the adjuster other than, I just don't know if we can cover this. Maybe I'll cover it.
Are all the other men out of the shower yet?
Okay, listen, let's get started with some questions. If you're watching, hey, first of all, look at this. I'm already starting to sweat. I don't know why it's got to be so hot in this studio every time we do the show, but maybe, Ryan, if you get a free second, you can hop back there and drop that AC. Drop it like it's hot, because it is. So, you see what I did there?
It's hot in there because you're standing so close to your crush.
Well, now I'm queer and now I'm here.
If you're watching the show, post, if you don't mind, some cool content and some cool questions in the comments below so that we can start discussing those things. Let's give them some ideas of some topics we would like to discuss tonight, and then they can throw some questions in there. How about I would like to discuss anything about the flat earth. Not that I'm a flat earther, but I think that's a topic that this crew loves to bat around and discuss.
Wrong.
I just know that it's controversial in this office. Also, anything about the Office television show, greatest show of all time. The IT crowd, right up there, close to the Office as far as the greatest television show of all time. Any other good television shows you like that we can discuss and answer questions about. And then, what other topics you guys want to talk about? Anything
except what you just named.
Yeah, Mazzani she's not crazy about The Office, but
there's some pertinent
politics, anything about the trucker convoy, anything about Joe Biden, Donald Trump. We love that stuff. Religion, any questions about religion, we'll talk about religion. Any of the things you're not supposed to talk about in public or on other talk shows, we will absolutely talk about those things. As long as we got to keep it PG-13, we can't get into too much risque conversation, Mazzani.
Okay.
So,
Are you serious?
So, put those comments and questions below. One other thing I'd like to ask you to do, if you don't mind, and is just go real quick, hop on your phone, and share the show. I know everybody, when you're watching YouTube, they're like, hey, share this show, whatever. But by sharing the show, it actually brings other viewers that ask some really cool questions and comments so that we can bounce those around as well. So, and if you're going to share the show to a, obviously on your page, whatever social media platform you're watching this from, but also share it on any groups you're a part of. That's always real helpful. The people in the groups, it shows up in there as well. So when you share it to a group that you're on, if you don't mind, put a comment below and let us know what group you shared it to, so we can shout out to that group as people join. That's a good announcement. Don't you think that's a good announcement? Yeah. Maybe even the people in this studio can share it throughout the show. Just pull your phone up and share it to any groups you're part of as well. So let's get some other fresh blood in here to ask some questions. All right, Mazzani, all of that housekeeping out of the way, getting started.
No, I like to see him sweat.
So the first question comes from Jordan Bennett. She wants to know, what did Andrew do over the weekend?
Oh, goodness.
Who's Jordan Bennett?
I don't know. What'd you do over the
My
weekend?
name's Bennett, and I ain't in it.
He hung out with Van all weekend. They were crushing. They went to dinner, went to a movie.
Andrew, did you have a NASCAR thing this weekend?
I did not.
Okay.
He did drive a van.
You just chilling out.
I went to a concert actually at Kickback Jack. No, what was it? Coyote Joe's. Coyote Joe's.
Who was what artist was it?
I don't know. It was a country singer, and you know what? I had a good time. It was actually pretty darn fun. I mean,
Pretty darn
Really?
fun.
music, yeah,
That's cool.
Good time.
My daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, came into on Friday. Came into my into the living room where I was watching TV, and she's freaking out because Louis Tomlinson, evidently is one of the singers from One Direction, is on a solo tour right now. She comes in on Friday, all fired up and excited because Louis is going to be in Atlanta on Monday.
Okay.
Right, so I have 3 days to prepare for this. Of course, when I look, because, this is my daughter, I want to bless her. I want to help her achieve all of her dreams and goals in life.
Absolutely.
And so when I look, there's like 8 tickets left in the building, and they're all like $500 a piece. So I was like, no. But then I was smitten to my heart. I was like, you know what? I will bite the bullet and find that money if my daughter, because I looked and like Harry Styles, the other guy, and no other individual from One Direction was doing a solo tour anytime, anywhere remotely close to these dates this year. Like there might be something this fall, if at all, in 2022 from any of it. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna have to take out a second loan or whatever. I got to get these tickets for this girl. You know?
Absolutely.
So before I pulled the trigger about the tickets, though, I wasn't going to buy like 4 tickets. I'd buy 2. And this is in Atlanta, too. So I got to drive 4 hours to take her there.
For you and her?
But I was going to take her because I had taken Kendall to see Taylor Swift when she was about the same age. And I spent like $350 a ticket for that, you know. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go ahead and take – I didn't want to, but I was willing to do this and pay this price for my daughter. So I call my daughter into the room and I say – all right, here's what I'll do. I'll get these tickets and I'll take you and we'll go make a thing of it, you know. And she's like, I don't want to go with you. She's like, if it's just me and you, I'd rather not see him.
Is this Ruby or Abby?
Abby.
Cold blood.
Cold, man.
How'd you
cried a
react?
little.
How'd you react?
I was quite thankful, to be honest with you.
Well, who's she gonna go with?
She's not going. I was like, you can go with me or you cannot see the guy.
Yeah, what is she, 16?
She's 16, and she's like, she would rather not see one of her idols than see him with her dad.
Well, we can go see Trippie Redd if you want.
I like turtles.
But then she comes back in later, and she's like, oh, Mother's going to be in Charlotte, and blah, blah, blah. We need tickets for that. And I was like, nah. We done with you going to concerts. You had your shot.
Come on, man.
I had the best time of my life with you at the Taylor Swift
That's
concert.
right. We were Swifties that night.
Literally, I don't think I wanted to go at first with you because I was like, I gotta go with my dad. But you was jamming out.
Hey,
Gotta go.
I know how to sing and scream with the best of them.
You get to go.
You get to go. That's right. How many girls in America would love to go see any crazy awesome artist with their dad? With
Yeah, I would. I don't. I've never had that.
Here it
Oh
goes.
my gosh,
I
here
knew
she
it.
goes.
So what do you want? Who do you want to see?
You know what? You pick.
R. Kelly.
Can't be done. You're crazy.
Oh yeah, so I can get picked up. Yeah, I'm trying to get picked up actually.
You want to go see?
Oh my god, I want to make a joke so bad. Hold it
I
together.
know.
It's gotta be
but I gotta
appropriate.
pee. I'll be right back.
PG-13.
Exactly. When I see
PG-13
P, I
is on
moved. When you saw P, you stayed.
It's got to be PG-13. Hey, I'm going to share. Hey, if you guys are watching the show, I'm going to actually share this show on my own platform. And so if you guys are watching, share it. Let's take a share moment. This is a moment for sharing. Sharers are carers. Don't put the camera on me, though, Ryder, because I'm trying to look at this with my glasses on. I don't want to be looking over that.
Right now.
So anybody got a story to tell real quick so I can share?
Hello, IT.
I feel like I would be a hypocrite if I don't share when I ask everybody else to share. Do you agree with that?
Why you giving me the camera for?
It's easy to remember.
Why you giving me? I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to get educated. My tongue is so blue.
Oh, gosh.
I'm with the Blue Man Crew.
Is Kenny dropping sound effects?
So you like Smurfs?
Yes.
Yeah, it's super low.
Well,
Am-
I am
am
the
I-
only girl.
That one's always been low, though, Kenny. Okay, what's this show? What show are we live right now?
Hey, can I ask another
PA
question
Padawan, yeah,
while
here it
we are
is.
sitting here, please?
Okay.
Can I ask another question?
Go ahead. I
Did
think
you
I
ask
can
the
handle
first
it.
question?
We haven't had a first question yet.
We
Yeah.
haven't?
Okay,
Yes, we
hey,
did
I'm
from
sharing this right now.
Jordan.
So when you go to
Kendall, thank you. Somebody please fix my camera. I'm really sick of this.
share, it gives you the option
Your
to share
camera
to
is
a
literally
group.
right beside you.
I cannot live this
Hey,
way. Get
Ryan.
the camera. Let me fix my own camera then.
No, don't fix your camera. Ryan,
I've already done it.
did you share this already
I've
to any of my
already done it.
groups?
No, I'm not logged into your
Okay.
Facebook.
I just want to make sure I didn't double share it. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So we're going to share this. I'm going to share it tonight to yard sale groups.
Can I ask another question while you're doing that?
Yeah,
Please?
I would prefer it.
Please? This is getting real stagnant.
We'll
I have a-
talk.
I
I'm
have a-
waiting for
I have
you.
a question.
Oh, yes, sir.
What is it?
Go ahead.
I was going to ask our viewers if they like the motivational Mondays and the Bible verses on Sundays because no one likes them.
Oh, you guys.
Oh, wow. Do you like Jesus? Do you
Yeah,
love
you-
him?
what's wrong,
Do you
y'all?
want him to come and just live in your spirit?
If they don't like them, then I'll stop posting them.
Have you entered into the fourth dimension? I think not.
So leave a comment.
So what's up,
I should
view?
see those.
What's up, viewers? Are y'all mad at Jesus or something?
Oh, wow. Wow.
Anyway,
Okay,
this next
look.
question comes from Kendall Estes. She would like to know, since we're talking about celebrities, if you could switch lives with a celebrity for 1 week, would you, and who would it be?
Switch lives with a celebrity?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a good question, but I just shared that, by the way. So, should I put on the comments that I shared? No, they're watching me live, and they know I shared.
That was easy.
That was easy.
It only took you 20 minutes to share.
Okay, but now I'm in the rhythm. So
He's like, those dads that when you're trying to show them a meme and they're like, hold on, I can't see it.
Dad, I say this out of love, but you look like Bubbles.
Who? Who does?
Dad.
Who's Bubbles?
do I look like Bubbles from
The monkey or Michael Jackson?
No,
Trailer Park
from
Boys.
the Trailer
Wow.
Park Boys.
With his glasses.
Do I look like Bubbles?
I don't think.
Yes. Yes, you do. Actually, you need to shave your face and
Do
you
you like it
look
when I open
identical.
my eyes like that?
That would
I
scare
told
my
you not to
child.
take the stapler.
You gotta like curl your bottom lip a little bit more too.
How does he curl it?
Are you guys gonna pick a celebrity or not?
What was that?
Are we
Office
not?
Space?
We're not gonna do it.
Where
Okay,
the
we
real
got to get to the
gangster,
celebrities.
they
Okay.
elbow the...
Sheesh.
I'm gonna think on that one.
All right, everybody. I shared it to
Office Space.
yard sale sites.
Ooh, I'm cold, y'all. I can't live like this.
So, if you're watching the show, do what I did.
Finna have
I
arthritis.
shared it. And I'm hosting the show and I shared it. You're just watching. You can share it. That's awesome. So, input questions below. I'm going to start calling y'all out because I know who watches this show. And so,
I'm freezing.
did you share it?
I did.
Where'd you share it? With NASCAR?
I want to say
Really?
thank you to our 8 viewers. I'd like to keep them. Can we
Hey,
continue with the question?
Andrew shared it with
touch the
NASCAR.
stapler.
I mean, it's more like 800, but we're just getting started out. We're on a bunch of different platforms, so
Yeah, those
I
are-
love to lie.
Hey, for real though,
Hey, Ryan.
there's some pretty loyal viewers that watch the show every
Yeah,
week.
we do have loyal viewers
We're
who would
very
love to know what celebrity.
Very thankful for you guys. Okay, the question is, if you could change your life,
There's Van from Office Space.
that's hilarious. If you could,
Hold on.
but dude, you have to click on the picture first to
Yeah,
make
you
it
gotta-
big before
Well, put your glasses back on.
you have to make the question big before
You got to right click it. I can do it for you.
Yeah, you have to make the question big before you
Do it.
show
Do it,
everybody.
Mazzani.
You want me to do it? Okay, so who is that guy from?
I don't know.
That's the movie's Office Space.
Okay, I got
But while they're doing that, let's answer the question. If you could trade for one day or for one
you. A week.
For 1 week, you could trade your life for any celebrity. Does like a wealthy person like Bill Gates count as a celebrity?
I would say so. Yeah,
'Cause-
he's well known.
They're
Yeah.
celebrity to somebody.
No, I wouldn't do that though. I would trade with who's the billionaire that goes it spends all that money like going into space and stuff.
Oh,
Elon Musk.
I thought you were going to say
Elon Musk.
Soros, but you're
No.
talking about
No.
Bezos.
His
Nope.
kid has a digit in
No,
his
the
name.
Virgin Mobile guy.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Come on, does anybody know who I'm talking about? That dude sounds like he's got a good life. Like
Derek
he,
from Subway?
he's always no, not
Oh, you're the Sprint guy who switched from Sprint to Verizon.
No. The guy who owns Virgin Media, I think, or whatever his name is.
I know the company.
They're all liars.
Anyways, that guy is a billionaire. He's all the time spending his money on stuff I would spend my money on if I was a billionaire, doing some super fun stuff. What's that guy's name?
Richard
Branson.
Branson?
Yeah,
Richard
Richard
Branson.
Branson. Yeah, exactly. That guy looks like he's got a pretty fun life. I'd do that for a week.
I'll fix
Be a
it.
billionaire.
But do you want to look like him though? He looks creepy.
I thought they didn't say I had to.
Oh, you
change
get
my
to look.
looks.
I think that it's a
Well,
Freaky Friday
Yeah,
thing.
it's like a Freaky Friday.
Oh, you're switching your whole life.
Yeah.
Then I'm switching with Donald Trump.
Me and Ryan switched last week.
Yep.
Yeah,
Donald Trump, ill.
yeah,
He's not attractive.
Boy.
yeah. But he's the greatest leader of all time.
I guess you can buy attractiveness, huh?
He's the greatest president since Abraham Lincoln self-proclaimed.
Abraham Lincoln, he had the good teeth good time.
Did he?
Yeah, actually he did.
Okay, what about you, Mazzani? If you could trade with any celebrity, who's it going to be?
Can it be a dude? I'd like to experience
Yeah,
being a
I guess
dude.
there's no limitations.
Oh my
It's
God.
imagine.
What? Let's see.
She gonna be like Jack Black on Jumanji. Oh my gosh! I literally have.
I want to
a beep
pick. I want to pick one
attached
that
to my
has.
body.
I want to pick one that has some money but is attractive and but doesn't have an aversion to women.
Me.
An aversion to women? What kind of statement is that?
Well, I don't want one that's
It's like
tied down either. So
Women's
who would
lib
it be?
statement. Every celebrity's got an aversion to women.
Channing Tatum is freshly single.
No, he's too much. He's too much.
Channing Tatum
I need a
plays
more
a good
demure,
redneck
you
on
know.
TV.
Let me think.
I think that dude really is a redneck.
Who is that guy from Kingsman? The younger one?
I don't know.
I feel like he pulls chicks.
I know who-
Taron Egerton.
What are you?
getting?
What is the point in your statement?
If I'm gonna be a dude,
She's gonna
I'm finna be a
dude.
dude.
That's really
We
bordering
do this-
some weird.
Yeah.
That's not weird.
That's pretty weird.
Kendall, you would totally do it. We would be the best of friends.
very
We,
weird.
okay,
We would
first
be-
of all,
let's
we're
pick-
already the
It's
best
Let's
of
pick
friends.
two
Stop
dude
yelling
friends.
in the microphone,
Let's
ladies.
pick two. Let's pick two dude friends. Right?
You don't have to completely get
Two
off the
dude
mic.
friends?
Hey,
and
Mazzani, they
Ted.
can't hear you if you.
I didn't
don't-
want him to hear me at that time.
Oh,
That's why I did it.
All right, cool.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah, but that's super
If
awkward.
I could be a dude,
It'd be like
I would be Jonah Hill.
Oh my gosh, I will. You know what, Seth Rogen? That's all right. I'll take Seth. I will take
Okay.
Seth. We're Seth
There you
Rogen
go.
and
All
Jonah
right,
Hill.
That's established. Good job. Now you can be on Moneyball with Brad Pitt. See there? See how that worked out?
Oh God, Brad Pitt.
Or you could be.
I want to be on Legends of the Fall as Brad Pitt.
Oh, you want to be Brad Pitt
I think I want to be Brad Pitt.
or star in a movie with Brad Pitt?
I would like to star in a movie with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I would like to be
Are you
On a
his
remake.
secretary or his love
Mrs.
interest?
Smith.
She's like, I'd like to be a star in a movie with Brad Pitt. You know that movie where he rides that horse? I'd like to be the horse.
I want to be the hurdle he jumps over.
Whatever. I don't even care. I could bring him his coffee. I could care less. I do the mechanics, lighting.
I saw
don't
Brad
care.
Pitt. Did you guys see Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? That was a good movie.
I haven't seen that movie yet.
That's a great movie.
That's a
That
really
was
good
such
movie.
a weird movie.
It's very weird, very fresh. One of the freshest stories I've seen in probably decades. It's a really. The whole time I was like, what is going to happen? You know. Whereas most movies, I'm like, oh, that guy did it.
Well,
you know.
did you feel that way about Pulp Fiction when you first saw it?
The thing about Pulp Fiction is I saw it long after it was already out, so I'd already heard about it and that kind of stuff. But I did enjoy Pulp Fiction for sure.
You did?
Yeah.
If you don't like Pulp Fiction, you just don't like good
No, I'm
movies.
just surprised. Is
Yeah.
all because because of your sensitivities.
Well, sometimes there's some fast forward moments. Of course, you have to know when to fast forward certain movies. But it's a good movie. Did you guys see Be Cool? Anybody see Be Cool?
Yeah.
That was a good movie. That was a good movie. Was that in any relation to Pulp Fiction? I don't think it was.
Was it Tarantino? I don't
Be
think
Cool, no, but it had Travolta in it. It was. Oh, that's right. It was Get Shorty. It was the sequel, the prequel to Get
are.
Shorty. That's right.
I haven't. I don't know what that is, but
Okay.
Shaq. Yeah, I like that.
So, all right.
Shaq.
Brandon would trade places with Shaq.
He's still making money though. That's
Oh,
great. That's a
Shaq's
good
the
one.
greatest.
That's really
Yeah.
quality. Icy hot, bro.
Oh yeah, Shaq is a brilliant businessman, and
And Walmart.
yeah, everything. He's everywhere. I was in Office Depot, and there's like a full size Shaq cutout standing in the middle of the aisle.
if I may, Brandon Greer is actually one of my teammates.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yep. Thank you for tuning in.
Nice,
Brandon.
cool,
Appreciate the
Brandon.
support.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.
Hell yeah.
Sorry you have to put up with this guy all the time. I'm just kidding. He's a great guy.
Or no,
we
Sowski.
really
There's
like him
another
here.
one. All right.
Cool. Yeah, Andrew's. Hey, guys, watching from Hendrick. Are you watching because Andrew shared this to the group page, or because just directly related to Andrew? Let us know in the comments if you don't mind. Because we had a big old push about 15 minutes ago for everybody to share to group pages. So, Mazzani, let's ask some people in the producer lounge who they would change, who they would trade with for.
And go.
Anybody got somebody out fresh on your mind? that
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we already know that too.
I would like to be Deadpool.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What part of Deadpool attracts you to being that guy?
It's the
I'm a bit of a
regeneration.
smart mouth.
But like
smart
you're
ass,
talking about when he blows
pretty
up
witty.
in a million little pieces and then comes back together.
Oh yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting.
Oh yeah, that's
It'd
pretty
be an
nice.
interesting experience, wouldn't it? Like
Yeah, it
to
would.
completely be obliterated. And
But I simulate. Listen, in my mind though, I feel like they're Deadpool and Wolverine because the way that Deadpool's always talking about Wolverine.
They do have an attraction.
You guys are ridiculous.
I mean, but
You can compliment another man without being weird about it, just because I make nice comments and
but it's weird for me
compliments.
to want to be one.
Pass the tissues. We all got issues.
Okay, what about you, Ryan?
Anybody else back
what
there?
about Splash?
Anybody else got anything? Splash.
I can't think of anyone.
What was the guy on The Office? His nickname? Plop.
Fire guy. Oh.
I don't know
I
why.
was gonna say fire guy because I thought the
No.
other Ryan. But
No, you remember Plop?
yeah, I remember Plop.
That's what some reason I think of when she says splash.
Ew. That's inappropriate.
That's awful.
I'll take it.
Ryan's nickname is Splash not because of my inappropriate comment, but because he's a professional swimmer. Would you say professional? Have you ever been paid to swim?
I mean, like I'm on scholarship.
There you go.
Would you be
Dollar
Michael?
bills.
Would you want to be Michael?
Dollar bills, y'all.
Michael.
Dollar
From The Office.
bills.
Phelps.
No.
Oh,
Michael Phelps? Would you trade to be Michael Phelps for a week?
No, because I like swimming, but not as much as
He does.
What? Oh, bro, I know. I got you.
What?
He would want to be Machine Gun Kelly.
I was gonna say Eminem or Machine Gun.
Oh, yeah.
I'm correct, aren't I?
Because he's a gangster rapper on the side.
You know it's all about mom's spaghetti.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you know what you should do is you should get like a big roll of 6 mil plastic and just like strip down to your skivvies and wrap yourself in
Why
that.
would you tell him that?
Because
Wow.
then he would be a gangster rapper.
Kendall, do you have?
I don't have enough sound effects for that.
Just
Get
where's
it?
he- I was like,
You
where's
get
he
it?
going
Dad
with
jokes.
Blame,
Yeah, I
Dad
don't do
jokes.
it, please.
blame,
Okay.
blame, blame, blame.
What about you, Alexis? What do you have?
No,
Oh,
I guess we're not gonna get that one.
I don't think I'd want to change lives, honestly, because I get over I feel like celebrities have
She's
a very
like,
they have a very
I'm already on top of the world.
no. They already have a very busy life that they have to do, and I get overwhelmed easily. I would probably just have multiple breakdowns within that week. I would be on the news a lot. Kendall has a breakdown in the middle of the street.
So you'd be Britney.
Yeah, I need to shave my head. There we go.
Good. Yeah, nice. Nice. All right, let's go on another question. Let's get
Okay.
off this question.
All right.
Let's go to another topic.
So, Ryan would like to know things you don't say on a first date.
Oh,
Well, my ex used to.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
oh yeah.
That's how you started.
My ex called me before I picked you up.
Are you
I
gonna
actually
wear?
just dropped my ex off.
Are you gonna wear that?
You look like my mom.
Is that your real hair?
Julia, you know I never make a fool of ya.
That's bad.
I don't know.
That's funny.
There's a lot of things you could say, I believe. What's an ideal first date for you?
For me, an ideal first date. I don't know. I haven't been on a date in 30 years.
Your fault.
So,
You're
there
supposed.
you go.
Do you not have date nights?
Not first
That's
dates.
not first date.
Yeah, but I wanna.
First
ask
of the
you,
week.
what-
Bam.
Okay, well
Bam.
then
Get
give us
technical.
some
First of the month.
Give us
It's on
some
a first
wisdom
date.
on this then. Give
I
us some
I can't give you wisdom on first dates. I don't know.
How did your first date go?
Are you gonna drink all of that? Like, I don't know. So I met Tracy. I knew her from school. And then a bunch of my buddies were like, let's go to this party. We went to this party, and then at the party there was a horse trailer with a keg of beer in the back, in the middle of the horse trailer.
Could have been glue.
And like with the pump, to pump. And like I was there at a party, and I had had a few too many beers. And then next thing I know is I was pumping the keg.
The horse keg. What? What's happening here?
And then I was trying to fill up my cup, and then Tracy was there, and she was like filling it. I don't know. And then we just started kissing, and next thing you know,
28 years later
Five-
and
wait a
18
minute, wait a
gigs
minute.
later.
Wait a minute. I just realized what you
5
said. Wait a
kids,
minute.
25, 20.
Wasn't she like sitting on the dryer?
So basically what
eating the
you're
fruit out of
saying-
the cooler or something like that. That's what she always told me.
I don't remember.
At that party.
I was pretty inebriated.
So what? So here's what I'm hearing.
With water.
First date. Hey, how you doing? You gonna finish that drink? Kiss him in the mouth.
Yeah.
What?
Basically.
Oh my goodness!
Kissed her on the mouth right there in the horse
Okay,
trailer.
all right, we're done. All right,
In a horse trailer.
I will
Kissed
tell
her
you,
like a horse.
I will tell you there were no horses on the horse trailer. If somebody had that false, imagination, there were no horses on the horse trailer. at
So
the time.
things you don't say is, I'm glad my van got out of the pound when I got out of prison.
What?
what?
Probably wouldn't want to mention that on the first date.
Or you don't say, man, just like kissing a horse.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah.
You smell
What?
like my mom.
Oh my god.
You smell like potpourri. Smells so good.
Smell like my mom.
I can't wait to have kids with you.
You smell like my dad.
You kiss like
Don't ask
my,
about that one.
You kiss like my sister.
Wow.
You know, like much
Wow.
times, you ever hear like those kids like practice kissing for their first date? You know,
Right.
I was going to say you kiss like my you kiss
what?
like my dad. That one's
That's
even
even
worse.
worse.
Blink twice if you need help. Because
What's
I
he
know he's
doing?
picking you up. So
What are you doing over there, Andrew? You awfully quiet.
Yeah,
over
what are
there.
you doing? He's looking up like Joe Biden quotes and stuff or something.
are you?
I'm just preparing for.
Oh, so that's
Let me ask a question. Anything on your screen, because I can't see it, is there anything on your screen that's about politics?
absolutely,
I knew it.
absolutely.
I knew it
you know,
was.
I'm a-
so. Also,
I'm a
things you
favorite.
don't say
Andrew
on
is-
the first date.
Andrew is preparing for all of y'all's political questions that you
well,
post.
here's one: things you don't say on a first date. I
hairy legs.
I like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did that, right? And the girl like left.
That's happened to me time and time. Like people my age are so entrenched in their tribalist camps that they're not willing to listen to anybody.
You got to learn how to
Speaks
raid
logic.
that
Yeah,
camp.
well, that's pretty much everybody knows you don't talk about politics.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true. That's true.
In that kind of a setting.
I feel you.
Just put it in your bio.
And you ain't
I
black.
can't help myself. I just don't like.
Yeah,
How do I put it politely?
liberals.
I don't like. I like logic. We'll say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like people who are able to think logically.
Open mind.
He does.
Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
He wants people to think like him.
Tolerant.
No, I wouldn't even say that. But if you have an opposing opinion, don't bury your head in the sand and just shut the
Yeah,
world off.
that's fair.
Or get your feelings hurt so bad you can't carry
Yeah,
on a
you have to be able
conversation.
to share your different of opinion
Or roll
without
your eyes
attitude.
multiple times.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, goodness.
I can't help how I am.
Hey, speaking of politics, Ryan, what were you saying earlier about you didn't? What was that? I was sitting down. I was trying to get ready for the show, and I heard you guys talking about something. And you said you didn't like somebody or something. Kenny, you were the one that asked him about that, and I was like,
He was asking me about Fortnite.
"No, never
I
mind."
remember what he was talking about. But
What was
vaguely.
it?
I don't remember who he said though. That he
Yeah,
didn't like.
and then Kenny was like, "Oh, you don't like him," and it was like you were like, "No," and we were surprised. But anyways, it'll come to me later. It'll come to me.
Actually, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's all right. Mazzani, let's
Yeah,
take
because
on.
I've forgotten what we've even
Was that a
talking about.
segue to Joe Rogan?
Oh yeah, that's
Was it
what
Joe Rogan? Yes, it
No,
was
I
Joe
didn't, I
Rogan.
said I didn't like him. I just was talking about the recent controversy.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You
yeah.
sure you weren't talking about ghost guns?
Oh God, here we go.
You can't handle the truth.
Come on, hey, come on. Gonna talk about ghost guns.
We should have had a safe word.
Little bit
I wish I could
Now you
quit
see
you.
Come on, man. Simple.
Hey, what was Trump
Really,
saying?
Coach?
That
This is a
it
Trizine
was
come
Space Force
Trizu.
with Trump, right?
What about it? The people made fun of him?
Yeah, they were all like Space Force.
Turns out that is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, they all critics.
Is the Space
criticized.
Force just a deviation of the Air Force?
No, it's a
Space
good show on
Force.
Netflix. It's
It's
pretty
a
funny.
Show on Netflix.
It's kind of dumb. They could have just made the Air Force.
Space Force does sound like a farce television comedy, doesn't it?
Isn't there one?
Is there one?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a direct, but is that like a direct spinoff from Trump talking about Space Force?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's a parody. Like,
yeah, it's a liberal
parody.
making fun of Trump for that.
but it's hilarious.
And Michael Scott is the main character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Steve Carell.
Yeah, that guy. I don't know his real name. Loser.
Steve Carell.
Andrew.
Sorry.
You don't like Steve Carell, or you do
No, I
like
don't
Steve
know his
Carell?
real name. I'm not real big on
No,
famous people unless it's Ryan Reynolds.
but you do know who Steve Carell is now, right?
You hear how he changed his voice? That was
I'm sorry, what?
You do know who Steve Carell is now, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Golden Corral. Can we go to the next question?
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Golden Crown. You got the camera, girl. Give us the question.
Okay, the next question comes from Joshua DeLauder. He wants to know
J-Doll.
if you could go back in time and fix one problem or mistake you made, what would it be? Agreeing to do this show.
If you could go back in time.
Boy.
What is his profile picture? Go back to that. What's his profile picture?
Are we stalking?
Is that a crown? Like a king's crown?
It's a Snapchat filter.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe like he was very proud of himself for being
royal.
The J Dell.
Stop.
You like what I did there?
You're digging a hole.
That should be
He needs some milk.
That should be your stage name, Josh. Is J Dell.
What the hell is even that?
If you could go back in time and fix any one problem or mistake, was that the question, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would it be?
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything I've ever done, honestly. I mean, they make you who you are. Learning experiences. Can't change it. Oh, well. Sorry. You can definitely correct
I would
your
change it.
future.
I disagree with all
Okay,
that.
how about this? What if you could change one thing that would not affect who you are or your life and where you're at now?
That's a better
One
phrase
thing in
of
the
question.
world?
Yeah, one thing that you've done.
Oh, that I've done.
That would not affect, really, it would not ripple who you are. Like, if you went back in time and changed it and came back to now, everything would be exactly like it is now, but that one thing would be changed.
I would have took a shower this morning.
I was thinking the same thing, Kenny.
I know, because I can smell.
You can smell me?
Yes.
Can you smell me, Andrew?
Village Inn. It's seeping through the glass.
He can't.
Well,
I
both
don't
of you guys
stink.
ate at the same place while you were on your dinner date.
No, Andrew wasn't there.
I just showed up. I just got back from appointment.
Yeah, you need to get your facts straight.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, Twitter. Don't try to fact check me.
That's Facebook does. Does Twitter do fact checking?
You got to fact check the fact checkers.
All big social media.
Oh, really?
They banned Donald Trump.
Yeah, I knew Twitter did.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Twitter sucks, by the way. Just so you know. If anybody from the ownership of Twitter is listening, if you're one of the 4 people watching our show.
On this platform, but we've got hundreds elsewhere.
Yeah,
we
I'm
got
just
to
joking.
remember that.
I always downplay how many people we got watching because Conan O'Brien does it. Thanks, Conan. But Twitter banned the sitting president of the United States. However, continuing to allow ISIS and Al Qaeda, and who's the other one? The Taliban.
Yep.
Are you writing this down, Ryan?
Allowing them to continue using Twitter to communicate with each other in their terrorism.
And recruit other people.
Yeah, but let's ban the president of the United States because we don't agree with the things that he says. So, very controversial.
Very controversial.
I have no love for Twitter.
No love for that platform.
Tell him, Mazzani.
Facebook, the Meta universe, their stock is down 20% over the last week. The metaverse is falling on its face.
Metaverse. That sounds like a something from.
What was the question?
Oh yeah, if you could go back in time and change
Jesus.
anything,
that comment.
Yeah, that comment. I would change that comment. I would change that response. No, I'll tell you a story of something I would change. When I was a young man in my mid-30s, we lived in a house in Stony Point, and it was cold and wintry, and there was this small kitten that came up and started meowing and everything. And so during the middle of the day, the kids were playing with it, and I was like, "Don't you play with that kitten. Don't you feed that kitten. Don't mess with that kitten. It'll go home. Don't feed it." "Well, Daddy, we got to let this kitten come inside. It's cold outside." "No. Don't you feed that kitten." Because, as a dad, you don't let your kids feed or play with animals or they'll stick around, So I was like, don't you feed that kitten. And they're like, "Please, Daddy, please let him come inside. It's cold. It's going to be cold." I said, "If you just leave the cat alone, it will go home. It has a home. It will go home and then find warmth and everything." So even though all their small children please, I still would not let them bring the cat inside. Sent them all to bed, tucked them in the night, went to bed. Everybody got up next morning. Cat dead. Froze to death right outside our back door.
Murderer.
Oh, that's
and
so
my
sad.
kids found him and they just cried. I felt like the worst dad in the world. so bad, man. So bad.
You know, it's funny.
I just felt so awful to this day in my soul. I feel brokenhearted about that.
Go find the cat and fix it.
I have an identical story.
Really?
Yeah.
So bad.
Of course you do.
My heart broke for my children in that moment. And that's one of the few, like, there's only a few things that I've done as a father that I'm like, that sucked. That was a bad father moment, you know, and that was one of them.
Okay.
So if I could go back, but I don't think that, like, if I had changed that and that cat lived, I don't think that would have affected where I'm at now in life. You know,
Butterfly effect, sucker.
That cat would have lived with you guys. You would have fell in love with it, and it would have been the family cat, and it would have changed. I don't know, maybe one thing that you did that day, like, oh, got to feed the cat.
Yep.
You left 5 minutes later.
No,
and
that cat would have been gone the next day. It just would have been alive.
It could have changed the way your kids looked at animals and different things like that. It could have had a massive ripple effect. Shame on you,
but
man.
he was specific about this question that it doesn't make a difference.
No,
So-
that would not have changed anything.
I agree with Andrew.
So what
Because
is
he
Andrew about
also
to tell us
didn't-
about his animal that he killed?
Oh yeah, animals.
Oh, wow.
Animals. If you're an animal rights activist, please.
He licked it in the mouth.
I totally forgot about that.
No, see, cat tongues are way rougher than dog tongues. It's
They
just
are.
not nearly as enjoyable, honestly.
But you have tried it.
I mean, I'm not going to knock it till I try it.
I mean, right?
Yeah, so I was in middle school, I think. And,
Oh, yeah.
You know, we had a single dad, and he was very strict, ruled with an iron fist.
Yeah.
Which I can appreciate now because I think it made me who I am. But there was a cat in the backyard, just like a little kitten, and it was raining, freezing cold rain.
nasty.
Do that again. All right, thank you.
I know Kenny loves it when we do that noise because he loves cats.
Yeah.
He actually probably really enjoyed that story. He's like, "Tell me about dead cats." But
Say it a little slower.
died slowly in the cold. Anyways, I had always wanted a pet, and my dad was like, "No, not happening, never." And there was this little freezing kitten in the backyard, and I was like, watching it all cold. So I got like, I don't know what I got, maybe a T-shirt that I wasn't wearing anymore, and I just brought it out there and like wrapped it in the T-shirt and put it underneath the balcony that we had. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. But I left it there. I didn't take it inside because I knew I was going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Next morning, dead.
Oh man, I bet you were so sad.
Circle. Well, I wouldn't call it in circle of life, but
So you were sad or not sad?
This
you
was
cry?
last week. He didn't show up, remember?
maybe for like a day or
You
two.
did cry for a day or two. That's pretty
No,
sad,
I
dude.
didn't say I cried. But for like a day or two, I was like, well, that sucks.
Yeah.
But, you know. it
Yeah,
is what it is.
I killed a bird one time. It was flying, and I got one of those slingshots. You know, when you're a kid, the kind that rests on your forearm. You know,
Yeah.
rocket shots, whatever. And it has a little strap that goes on your forearm. You know what I'm talking about?
It sounds like an impressive shot.
Oof,
It was a
yes.
pretty cool slingshot, if I will say myself. I was about 10 years old, and so I'm sitting, and there's between my house, Michael Ford's house, right next door, my neighbor that I grew up with, my best friend. I was sitting there, and this bird comes flying. The first shot, I may be embellishing a little bit because I don't remember it fully, but I think it was like one of the first shots I took with this BB gun, or with this. It would shoot these little pellet, or these little. It looks like BBs, but like 3 times the size.
Right.
You know? And so this bird comes flying along, and I'm just like, pat. I like let it and everything like a professional. It was like the first time I ever shot this thing, but just intuitively knew exactly how to do it.
Right.
Like a pro.
Your instincts kicked in.
Yeah, just like a Jason Bourne moment, you know. Just
Get that garbage out of here!
But sure enough, that thing comes flying across like one of those seagulls, because I grew up in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. So it comes flying, and I was just like, swat, and the thing just nosedive, wham, right onto Michael Ford's porch.
Seagulls are huge, too,
You should have
right?
grabbed
Yeah.
it and said, "Let's put it in a pot."
Wingspan.
So I was like,
Nasty.
I really honestly didn't calculate like what would happen if I hit this thing.
Right.
You know, I was a kid. And so I was just like dumbfounded, like, oh my gosh. So I went over and looked, and the thing was dead, and I felt so bad. I just like weeped. I weeped before God that I've killed one of his creations.
Are we supposed to feel bad about
And
stuff
then,
like that?
you know, they say you have to, if you kill it, you have to eat it. So I just ate it right there, sitting on his porch,
Crying and just like.
crying and just
Bazinga!
biting right, just blood coming.
Is that why Tracy doesn't eat chicken off the bone anymore?
Beak and all, man. It was just.
Man, what are you doing?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
These dad jokes never get old.
That would be hilarious.
We've been friends for too long. I've heard these multiple times.
You come up on your kid, they just like, who's the guy Gollum from Lord of the Rings? Just grab.
We likes them raw and wriggling precious taters.
Anyways, that was a very. By the way, I did not eat the raw bird, but I did everything up to the part where I ate it was a true story.
Did you bury it?
I think I did bury it.
It reminds me of a story. When I was in college, I used to mow the lawns, 4 lawns, and my landlord owned all the properties. He's like, if you see a gopher, I've got these traps. Just let him out somewhere else, way far away. And I'm like, all right. And I think I took a long time off, or I just was super lazy about mowing the lawn.
Oh, man.
Found a dead gopher in one of the traps.
You just let it starve to death in the trap.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had taken them out to the woods. Like, I would drive like 2 miles away and let them out in the woods. And sometimes they're super aggressive when you let them go, too.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I forgot one time, and, you know, he was just dead in there, and I felt so bad, and I buried it. And just, like, sorry. Like, I said a word, but it was my fault, you know. I'm a terrible person.
Did you ever go with the traps and open the traps, and they just wouldn't go out? They wouldn't go for it?
No.
Oh, my God.
I tell you what, hold on.
Sorry, guys. I just can't stop.
Actually, that one was pretty
Let's move on to a next question.
That was a good one.
Hey, let's move
All right,
on.
let's do another question. Let's do another question.
We're
I
terrible
never
human
even got
beings.
to answer
Oh,
the question.
well, why not? What?
Because I'll be patient and respectful.
What was the question?
It was if you could go back and change one thing, and let us know in the comments below if you're watching the show, what one thing you would change if you could, right? And wasn't that the question? Mm-hmm. If you could change one thing, but we've added as a studio crew, we've added to the question saying that one thing you have to limit it to something that would not have changed or affected the whole course of your life. It's just like something that happened that probably if you went back and changed it, your life would still be exactly the way it is now. It's just that you were able to go back and change that one thing. So go ahead, Mazzani. Tell us.
I'm going to give you 3 options. You could change it. You could pick the change.
Okay.
The rock, the relationship, or the dad.
So you're going to tell us which one of those 3 things you would change?
Yeah, pick one.
Let's do the rock.
Okay, I go back in time and not throw rocks behind myself at my cousin so I wouldn't get 3 whoopings.
Oh, tell us more.
Well, it was my birthday.
Okay.
And we were bored because, you know, it was a bunch of adults there. And when you're young, you don't get to invite friends from school. You just get to invite, like, your family. So it was just me and my little cousin outside. And we didn't have nothing to do, so we were just throwing rocks backwards. But he was behind me.
Oh, yeah.
So I just was, like, lobbing them back because there's literally nothing else to do.
Yeah.
So I threw, like, a pretty sizable rock, and it busted his forehead open.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, on my birthday. And then we went in the house, and I tried to get, like, you know, like, don't cry, it's okay. It's fine. We're a year apart. So I was like, it's fine. Please don't cry.
Yeah, but he's got,
I'm
like,
gonna
his
die.
head
yeah,
split
I'm
open.
like, it's
Yeah.
my birthday, and I'm going to die. Yeah, he was, like, trying to hold it, but he's like, you know, and blood's like, coming
running
out of
everywhere,
his
yeah.
head.
Like he's
And
eating a pigeon.
Yeah, and then I'm, like, taking my shirt and, like, you
Oh,
know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, okay, put your blood on me. So I've got hurt too, okay? And
You are smart.
you know, and we go in the house, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. He's like, we were throwing rocks. I was like, you and then
Now you're gonna die.
yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry, it was an accident. He was throwing rocks too. And then my mom was like, it's cool. He's gonna also get a whooping. So like, he's got his head busted open. He's gonna get a whooping.
And he's gonna get a whooping.
And then on top of that,
Did
my
she
aunt,
whoop him with his head busted?
Yes.
Oh,
and then
gosh,
my
that's
aunt,
a good mama right there.
my
didn't come
grandma,
clean?
bruh, no, my
What?
grandma,
She is right now.
my mom.
Yeah, get it out, Mazan.
Grandma
No, I
Brenda
got a
don't
whooping.
play.
They knew. They were like, you
So
guys
they
were
took
both
turns
throwing,
whooping you?
Yeah, my grandma, my
Like
mom,
getting in
and
a-
my dad took. They were so
Get in a chain
upset.
line. Be like,
Yeah.
all right, you done. Let me in.
Worst birthday of my life. Worst birthday of my life. I was like, every birthday after that, I was like, I don't want to do anything.
Grandma's holding dad back. Like, let me get a chance.
Yeah, I was just done after that.
That's hilarious.
Everybody's still having a good time. I'm in my room.
About how many swats did each person give you when they was whooping at you?
Probably 3, just enough to tell
3
me,
apiece?
don't do it again.
And was it right in a row after each other?
No, the
Or was,
first
like,
two were.
as each one found out about
First, as each one found out about
see.
it, but that last one was like after everybody left.
Uh-huh.
Like I've already been beat twice.
thought you was
That was
done.
Grandma not chasing
How did you know? How did you
Yeah.
know? She just
She's
it's like
like,
she just thought
okay.
about it. It was
Yep.
terrible. It was a terrible birthday. I would go back and change that. I really would.
Yeah, that's a good thing to change. That probably wouldn't have affected your life. Like, I don't think that was a pivotal.
It
Is that
changed.
right? Pivotal. Pivotal.
It changed every
boy.
birthday after that.
That's true, though. Even now, you're probably a little hesitant to have birthday parties.
Absolutely.
You're like, I can't have no birthday party because I ain't trying
Is
to.
that why you always had me ask Mama Tish if you could come over?
Is that why you don't have any rocks in your yard?
Pretty much. Oh yeah, I don't. I try to avoid. I don't even. Nah, we don't mess with rocks.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a pet rock or nothing.
She don't even like Dwayne Johnson.
Neither do I.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Are you going back to the politics with
No,
that
dude,
comment?
what are you talking about? It's just, I mean, you brought it up.
All right,
That's
Mazzani.
cool. That's really cool. You ready for the next question?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
He's crying.
Aw.
Oh,
It's okay, Andrew.
Mazzani.
You didn't
All
mean
right.
to kill the cat.
Speaking of Ryan.
Bad.
Speaking of Ryan, he has a question, but listen to this. I'm not sure who this is, but we'll pop this up here. It's from Amy Pope. She wants us to know that if you watch American Idol, keep an eye out for a very young, talented lady from our small town who's on the show. She just wanted to say you could be anything you wish, and she wishes them the best. You got this. Her name's Kelsey Dolan.
Nice. Good luck, Kelsey. Get it done.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Get
great.
you some.
Okay, but Ryan wants to know what scent instantly takes you back to your childhood.
Oh goodness, sea air. For me, it's sea air.
Really?
Like
that makes
if I
sense
go
since
to
you're
like
from Florida.
if I go like to a beach town and I smell that salty sea air, instantly I'm like, oh man, I like this. It reminds me when I'm a child, when I'm a kid. I don't talk like that when I'm.
I was wondering.
Well, Kenny, you spoke up. What's yours?
Yeah. What about you, Kenny Payne, back there? You got a scent that takes you back to childhood?
No, farts give me pink eye.
Wow, bro.
So
Me too.
crayons. Crayons take me back.
The smell of crayons or the taste?
Both.
Both.
Yeah. That's good.
Anybody else got anything?
I have one.
What is it?
I don't know what you would be the name of it, but like the smell of like an old house, like that's been sitting for a while.
Like a little musty?
Yeah, maybe that's the one. Like when we first moved into the Stony Point house, Sage and I.
Basement you been in.
Listen, I was actually adopted because I was kidnapped. Anyways.
Oh, I see. That guy.
Yeah, that one right there. Look
That
at
one.
him. No, when we first moved to the Stony Point house and we had to we slept in the living room for the first couple of nights, and it just smelled like an old house. And it's some people might be like, "Oh, it stinks in here," but I'll go into some places now and I'll smell it, and it instantly takes me back to growing up on Hunter Bridge.
Yeah. There's a similar smell that my grandparents had in their basement. It's like this unique smell, and since then I've only smelled it like one or two other times. I was someplace and had a very similar smell. Like as an insurance adjuster, sometimes I would go into people's basements and I would be like, "Oh man, that smells just like my grandparents' basement did."
Yeah, that's a good point.
What about you, Andrew?
Old people smell. I had a babysitter when I was in elementary school named Miss Fiddler. I kid you not, she was in her 90s.
The fiddler.
She's still alive?
No, well, I don't think so. But Squirrel Hollow Lane, we'd listen to like records.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, on the record player, and she had all these comics laid out that she used to grow up listening to, reading. And she'd cut us up apples, and we'd watch Buzz Lightyear every day after school. But her house smelled like old people, and I don't know if that really gives me a.
Wait a minute. You
old
watched
person.
Buzz Lightyear?
Buzz Lightyear on TV.
That was a TV show?
It was a TV show, yeah,
Hey.
on Disney Channel way back in the day.
Oh really?
They're finna come out with a movie.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know
saw
it was a
that. I
TV
saw
show. I
that.
did see the movie preview, but I didn't know that was a TV show. How about that?
It's not really a fond sense of nostalgia. It's more like
Childhood.
So your memories of this old lady, I mean wise lady,
wise. Yeah.
your memories are fond or not very fond?
Absolutely, yeah.
Did she whoop you?
No, she never did. But my
Should have been whooped.
one time, I was really embarrassed about taking bowel movements when I was little.
You should be.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being embarrassed about that, Andrew.
Well,
some people need to be more embarrassed about that. Now.
That's why they need zoo poo, bro.
And should
That is why they need zoo poo. Don't nobody
We
need
should
to be
have a whole
embarrassed about
conversation
that.
to educate our viewers about when and when not to take the deuce.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Because I'll tell you after you finish.
Okay.
Go
This
ahead.
conversation's getting shitty.
Go ahead.
Anyways, I'm in her half bath downstairs right when you first walk in the door, and I'm doing my business, and she's looking around for me like,
Andrew, where you at? Where you go? Come on, man.
Was she a little black lady, or a little white lady?
a black lady,
Little black lady.
with white hair, and
What really did sound like this? I can't find that point nowhere.
Come on, Andrew.
and Adam, my brother, he was there, and he didn't know where I was either. I was just trying to do this in
Yeah.
the cut, be secretive, like,
Yeah.
okay.
Just
I heard her walking by the door.
stop,
and
drop, and
whatnot.
roll.
Exactly. And I take my time with that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, you know, you don't want to rush it.
Exactly. Probably like a 20 minute.
I ain't done till my legs fall asleep.
No point coming back. You know, do
I
it.
can't even start till my legs fall asleep. Anyways, she's looking for me, and she ended up calling the fire department.
Oh my gosh.
The fire department was right across the street from our,
Yeah.
lane. And they came over, and they're like,
Well, that's scary though. If you're responsible for a kid
Heck
and
yeah.
they've been gone for 20 minutes.
I get that.
And all you had to say was, "I'm in the bathroom."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
And
was-
there's a weird smell coming from throughout the house.
Well, the smell just reminded me of Miss Fiddler's house, and then that happened at Miss Fiddler's.
So
house.
every time now you're doing your business in the bathroom, you're reminded of Miss Fiddler and the fire department.
It's a story I'll never forget.
Andrew said, "You go call the law before you find out what I'm doing in here."
Well, I'm just pooping. Let's get that clear.
Yeah. That reminds me, funny story like that. My little sister, Leah, sometimes she watches the show. Maybe she's watching now.
Oh my goodness.
But when Leah was young, we went to my great-grandmother's house, and she lived in Illinois, so we didn't see her all the time. It was just once a year, a couple times, whatever. But it was very, very few times that we ever even saw her. But we went to her house one time, and Leah, at that time of her life, she was probably 8 years old, 9 years old. Whenever she would go to the bathroom, she would always go to the bathroom and sing. Like, that was her thing. When she was on the toilet, she would sing, la, 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 little girl songs, blah, 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 blah. Whatever.
Right. I'm just laughing at the comment.
And so she'd just be singing, right? And so this time we were at my great-grandma's house, and Leah said, I got to go to the bathroom. So she went to a little half bath. That's what reminded me of it. You're talking about a little half bath under the stairs. This was like a little half bathroom under the stairs. And so Leah goes in there, and I'm sure she'll appreciate me telling the story, especially if her kids are watching as well. So she goes in there to the bathroom, and so we're all sitting in the living room with the great-grandma, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I bet my great-grandma would like to hear her sing while she's going to It's very cute, She's
Right.
and so I was like, Grandma, come here. Come with us. And like in the house was like my grandma, my aunt, all my siblings, my parents, everybody. So I'm like, come on, everybody, let's go over and listen to Leah sing in the bathroom. So we all kind of go over there, and we all lean into the door, put our ear close to the door, and it's quiet, and we can listen. All of a sudden, we hear.
I knew that was going.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a lot more audible than that. But
I'm sorry.
still.
That was very funny. To this day, I just think it's hilarious.
Was she mortified? Was she embarrassed by the laughter?
The story. She's mortified by this story I'm telling you right now. And she has been for 30 years. Every time I tell this story, she's
We
mortified.
really got to get back to our questions, but I got to tell you, bro.
Okay.
You made me think of it. Marcus, my little brother, when he was little, because we're 10 years apart, he was going through that toddler stage where he'd be like, somebody had to wipe him.
Oh, yeah.
And we went to Golden Corral, and he slipped off to the bathroom by himself, and he was yelling, "Somebody come wipe my butt! Please, somebody come wipe my butt!"
Oh, my gosh.
And a lady had seen who my mom was, so she come to her like, "Hey, I think your
Yeah.
son's calling."
Hey, did you guys ever see you ever watch that show, Impractical Jokers? Anybody ever watch that show?
Heck yeah.
And at the end of the show, like whoever loses has to do something kind of embarrassing. I watched it one time at the end of the show. One of them who lost, I can't remember, but they had picked this restaurant where the bathroom that went into the bathroom, the door of the bathroom, it's just like a one-stall bathroom. The door opened and swung open into the seating area of the restaurant. And dude had to go in there and then sit on the toilet, open the door, and ask somebody to bring him some toilet paper. So it was pretty funny.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
All right, let's go.
Okay,
yeah, that's
we're,
cool.
We're gonna do a couple more questions real fast.
Yeah.
I really want to do this one from Carrie Craigie. She wants to know why is it that you make plans to buy something off of Craigslist or Marketplace, etc., and either people don't show up or sell it out from under your designated time? I don't understand.
Yeah, it's still, that's a great question. That's a great topic because it's still a wild, wild west thing, you know, where people are keyboard warriors still. Like, they don't think the people they're talking to are real human beings. You know, it's like, I'm going to say something I would never say to somebody if I was in person, you know, and it's almost very similar. It's like, I will communicate about this thing that you're going to buy from me, or I'm going to buy from you, but you're not quite real yet, you know? And it's like, so therefore, even at the last second, I'll just stand you up. And because it's not, you're not a real human being. It's just like, you're there, but not really. And so if I don't want to come, I'm just not going to come, or, you know, vice versa. If I don't want to sell it to you, whatever. It's very rude. You know, it's a very,
it sucks.
we should have like a social media police. You know, just like hire a bunch of unemployed MMA fighters and just be like, hey, this guy did wrong, and then the MMA fighters show up and take it out of their ass. You know what I'm saying?
If you're a serious buyer, though, you can go to like eBay, and they rate people who sell and buy.
Yeah, on eBay.
So
did they start implementing that on Facebook? I think I saw something about it.
I don't have Facebook. So.
Yeah, I mean they do, but it's not as good as like
Yeah,
eBay's.
Definitely not. Yeah, but that's a good question.
It is. You ready for another one?
Yep, absolutely.
This question comes from Jordan Bennett. She would like to know, Van, what are your opinions on having intimate relationships with more than one person at a time?
Oh my goodness, that is a very
I think it's okay.
Mazzani. Why are we talking about that?
You think the question's okay, or you think it's okay?
I think the question's okay.
Are they saying like
I think the question's okay.
Are they saying that we got like that? Is that question asking? Is it okay to like have two girlfriends
I think
that
so.
don't know about each other, or like two girlfriends in the same bed with you?
I'd like to know your opinion on both.
Like a polyamorous relationship.
What is your opinion
polygamy?
on either?
I don't think. By the way, I don't think a lot of polygamous relationships are that. I think it's more like dude has a wife in this house, and dude has another wife in that house, and another wife in that house. It's not like dude has 3 wives and they all sleep with them every night.
Or they have one house and each have their own room, and he sleeps in a different room every night.
I'm pretty sure that's the typical polygamy relationship.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be mine. I mean,
I don't want to hear this again.
If I got to put up with 3 different women
and all the Please stop.
all the drama that entails, I'm sleeping with all 3 of them women at the same time. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
I'm just saying. That's what that's just my if I feel like it's all right with God for me to have 3 wives, they all sleeping in my bed.
Sheesh.
But
no covers needed. Be hot.
I can speak boldly about that because it's never going to happen. So there is that aspect as well. Because Tracy's made it clear they ain't no more sister wives coming in our house.
Just one.
After all of the pressing I've done, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we watched Tracy and I watched one of those sister wives shows one time, and it was like, this is really awkward, you know.
I think it's okay to be intimate with more than one person. I'm not saying that's what I do. I'm just saying it's okay if they know about it. Like if you're upfront and honest originally, like, hey, so here's the facts. I'm gonna talk to you, but it's not just you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. That's how I feel.
You know what they call that? They call that a floozy.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Remember? Oh.
Yes, it is.
That seems like a very feminine word. Is that only towards women?
No, it's the same way with men.
I feel like floozy is only directed towards women.
We don't want them to think you are floozy.
Yeah, he said that to a woman.
We talked about this before.
Yeah, it's still. Yeah, okay. So reality is what are we basing our worldview on? What are you basing that opinion and worldview on? Are you basing that just on Mazzani's?
Well, you said it actually. You have told me previously if you're looking for your husband that you need to not have necessarily boyfriends, but you need to be out there talking to multiple people to find that person.
I'm in agreement with that, but we're not talking about talking. You're talking about getting intimate. To me, getting intimate means,
could be a conversation.
True,
in my opinion.
That's true. Okay, so we're talking about intimacy, but not sex.
What?
Or are you talking about intimacy? Are you talking about intimacy and sex?
I'm talking about.
Jordan asked the question.
Yeah, Jordan. What's your? Is it intimacy and like sexual intimacy, or just like getting to know somebody on a personal level? Like,
Sheesh.
what's your favorite color type intimacy?
That's not. I mean, it's like I think it would be like building
What color
a connection.
socks do you sleep in?
Yeah.
Yellow.
Only psychopaths sleep in socks.
Yeah. Unless it's
what?
cold.
Psychopaths.
But
I agree with that.
okay, let me tell you what I was implying because you obviously didn't listen to me when I was having that father-daughter talk a long time ago. So,
Okay.
I was saying is if you're going to be courting a person,
I don't know, fellas. I think there's potential in this crap.
if you're in the point of your life where you want to find a soulmate to spend the rest of your life with, then absolutely you should be interviewing multiple options. Right?
Taking applications.
That doesn't mean having sex with all these people, Mazani. I'm not saying you do. I'm not
Everybody's
saying
application. Everybody's application.
I'm not
is
saying
different.
you do. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying that doesn't mean that I'm giving my children permission to do that. I'm saying, look, go because
How is this about me?
because you brought it up. So often, people in America
Jordan
feels like
brought it up.
you go out with somebody and you like them, and now you have to be stuck with that one person, right? And then it's like even if you like them, but what I'm saying is go out with that person, get to know them and everything, and then like you're saying, I agree. My comment to you was, I agree. You should be able to say to that person, I really enjoyed that. I had fun talking with you and everything, blah blah blah. Just you need to know tomorrow night I'm going out with this other person, and like the next night I'm going out with this other person. And then once you do that and you find out that of those 5-6 people you've been going out with for the last couple months.
Wait a minute. Can I say something? Do you tell Taco Bell that you're going to go to McDonald's to get a burger? No.
Ooh.
So why would you give that information if you're just learning about somebody?
And
No, I'm not talking about just learning.
That's a decent point there, Ken.
That is a decent point.
I feel like people. Would
If
become
you're with a
offended by that.
person and they feel like it's just you and them, and they're feeling like
If they feel like that, then they need to have
That's
that
on
conversation
them.
with you.
Yeah.
yeah. And what I'm saying, if you know they feel like that, then it's important that you communicate that to them, so you're not breaking any hearts. It's
Hearts
a fair
break
communication
every day.
But Kenny's got some valid points, bro. He really does. I feel like I'm out here trying to hurt somebody. He makes sense now. I'm like out here trying to hurt somebody if I'm like, hey, look, I like you, you're cool. But I noticed that on this dating app, it shows me who your friends are. I'm also talking to Billy, your homeboy. Like,
Why are you on a dating app?
I'm not saying I am. I'm saying, quit making this about me.
Hello.
Quit making this about me.
We're talking about you.
No, we're not. We're just answering the question.
Hey, look, I don't know about dating apps. Again, I haven't been on a first date in a long time, so I'm the wrong person to be asking these questions. Anyways, I can tell you how to make a marriage last. I can tell you that. I can tell you the difficulties of marriage and the ins and outs of how to stick it out for a long period of time. But I can't really tell you about dating because I haven't been dating in a long time. I can tell you that marriage, a long-lasting marriage, starts with commitment, and there is no level of commitment. You're either committed or you're not. You can't be like, I'm partially committed until something doesn't go my way. It's like, I'm committed, and there's no back door. Like that conquistador that took over South America, and he burned all the ships. Because that way they can never go back. There's no plan B. Mm-hmm. And that's the real success to marriage. So if you're going to be committed to that person you're going to be married to, you're going to be married one day, and you're going to be committed to that person one day, then my question is, when does commitment begin? That person exists, do they not?
Don't know.
Or do they just poof come into existence when you meet them? From the time you meet them, do they then come into existence? No, they're alive right this minute.
Well,
so the question is, when? This is my opinion.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
When does commitment in your heart to that person begin? So if you know you're going to be married to them, you know they're going to be your spouse the rest of your life. If you want a good, strong, healthy, happy, long-lasting relationship, commitment begins when you believe you're going to be married to them. And if you know you're going to be married one day, now's when commitment begins. And if you live that lifestyle, then you'll have a good, healthy, long-lasting life.
I just have a hard time with that because you got married super young, so I don't feel like that's a fair quote. I mean, because did you give yourself a chance to look around or see if something else was going to happen? Like, I don't feel like that's a fair statement.
Yeah,
because not everybody else's life worked out that way.
Well, so much of society nowadays filters through relationships like they're looking on Amazon.
I agree with that.
You throw your
I do
filter
agree
up
with
here,
that.
and you're like, oh, they got to be 7'3", they got to be 143 pounds. If they're 144 pounds, not interested. If they got gray hair, not interested. Not interested. And then you wonder why you're single. It's because you filtered everybody else that. And what I'm saying is everybody's going to suck. There's going to be parts of times, there's going to be parts in your time in your relationship where it's going to totally suck. Life is not always peachy, but here's what I'm saying is to make the relationship last, it's commitment. Even when it's crap, you're not going anywhere. You know, you might go in the other room for 20, 30 minutes, cool off, but that's it. You know,
or an apartment down the road.
No.
In my opinion, though.
I told Tracy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kendall.
Oh, I was just gonna add something to what Kenny said. I know like 3 different couples who have been. Each of them have been together from anywhere to like 8 to 12 years, but they're not married, and they say they don't want to get married because they don't want that commitment.
Yeah,
but
right.
that doesn't make any sense to me because you've committed 8 years of your life to that person. Like, you're not cheating on them, you're not seeing anyone else. Like, that is your person.
That
but
means
they don't want the marriage title.
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's not their person. That's my opinion. Because if you can commit to that amount of time with them and then still say that, you need to be still looking because you're looking for a backdoor exit. You're not my person.
Is that okay? Yes, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you, I agree with you, Ms. 100%. I've even told those people that, like, if I don't see the point of like
marrying
your partner who you're with, if you can't commit to them or you don't want, like, it doesn't make sense. How are you going to say that I don't want to marry you because I don't want that type of commitment? You're already committed. You've been with this person for 8 years, so that you need to find a new excuse because clearly it's not the commitment part.
Of course, there's a lot of people there that don't get married because they don't care what the government thinks about their relationship.
But that's different. That's not what they're saying. That's fine. That's fine. We can agree mutually, but you need to know that we have at least jumped the broom. You know, me and you, we are committed. You're mine. You're nobody else's, period. And if you try to be with anybody else, I'll kill you.
Harry Potter just showed up.
That's my mom.
Okay, let's do one more lighthearted question, then we got to go. One more lighthearted question, and then we're gonna be outside of here.
Okay, let's do mine. Mine's lighthearted.
What is it? I hope it's lighthearted.
You know what?
Oh my gosh.
It is. It's
A
lighthearted.
lot of times she's like, "This is
Okay,
lighthearted."
here's
here's
lighthearted.
Hammer drop. Boom.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys pick then.
No, I'm just joking. Let's
Are
hear
you
it.
sure?
If you think it's lighthearted, let's hear
Well,
it.
this one's not, but I know that he wants to do it.
Who is it? Is it one that we could do quick? If it's not, go.
If it's that first one was on it, we cannot do that quick.
Okay, we'll hold it for next week. Tune
Okay.
in next week, and we'll do it then.
Thank goodness. I'm ready to go home.
That would
He's-
have taken an hour.
You
my
think?
gosh.
Yeah, with them, you're probably correct.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this one then.
I'm curious what it was.
We're gonna do this one.
Oh my goodness.
Amy Pope wants to know, what are you doing for Valentine's?
Oh,
Nothing.
Amy Pope.
Nothing.
I'm going on a date with Kenny.
I am.
No.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I only said
No,
that
you're
because he
not.
said nothing so hard.
I'll be going on a date.
No, you're
What day is that on?
Monday.
When?
Monday.
This coming Monday? That's how much I care about that holiday.
Wow.
I'll be going on a date with the sweet Mama T.
I actually have a date with Lexi.
Oh, that's cute.
I take her
like
every
that.
year
That's cute.
because, men are trash.
Why are you looking like that with your eyes
are.
all big?
What about you, Andrew? What you
I
planning?
got nothing planned for Valentine's Day.
Oh,
I'm
that's.
still open.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
you
still
better
waiting on
figure it
Van to
out.
ask. Going out with Big A and Big T. I mean, Mama T.
I don't. Maybe our hundreds of viewers will reach out and maybe one
He's
of them
like-
will ask me.
He's like trying to drop hints on the lady viewers. He's like, I got nothing planned, ladies.
Definitely dropping hints.
I've actually ordered matching T-shirts for me and Skylar for Valentine's Day. So,
That's adorable.
Got my face on it, don't it?
you know it. Come on now. You know it says Ken with the African.
Oh my god.
I like it. If I don't see that shirt made in 2 weeks,
nice.
you're fired.
Nice. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this episode of the Ask Big Van Show. So happy you guys posted your questions below. So thankful for that. We couldn't do this without you viewers. You guys are what makes our day. We look forward to this every week, coming out and spending some time talking with you guys, answering your questions and comments, and look forward to it next week as well. So join us next week, Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. live for the next live episode of the Ask Big Van Show. And if you're one of my children or grandchildren or generations after me, I just encourage you guys to seek the Lord, spend some time with Jesus, get to know Jesus, and invite him to be a part of your life. Everybody else, hope the same for you. God loves you guys. We love you here from the Ask Big Van Show crew. See you guys next week. Have a great week. Hey everybody, this is Big Man, and if you'd like to watch our show live, then you must subscribe and follow so that it alerts you when we're on the air. Be sure to check out the links below for some live show times and some very cool products so you can have your own conversation starters. We can't wait to see you and your questions and comments on the next live